What do you call a moment that breaks time in half? When the ordinary shatters, and from the ashes rises something eternal. In the heart of West Africa, on a road carved through red earth and memory, an aging bus became a stage for a miracle, and the man behind it, a name etched not in stone but in flesh, fire, and faith. Before the smoke, before the screams, before the sky turned the color of soot and the bus became a furnace of fate, there was only silence. And in that silence walked a woman, Fatima Ouedraogo, 63, blind. But don't call her fragile. Her feet traced the same cracked road they had for years, guided not by sight, but by memory, rhythm, and the scent of her homeland, the dry perfume of Harmattan winds, the tang of diesel, the sweetness of fresh bread from street vendors' tin ovens. She moved like a whisper through the city of Ouagadougou, her walking stick tapping out a code only the earth understood. This was not a woman going quietly into her twilight years. No. This was a warrior on her final mission. One last visit to her daughter. One last gift carried in a cloth-wrapped bundle, tucked carefully in her worn leather bag. The bus, old, stubborn, alive with rust and stories, waited at the station. And like clockwork, Musa the conductor, ever loyal, called out to her with the same affection every month. "Third row, right side by the window, Maman Fatima." She smiled, heart warmed not by the seat but by the ritual. Familiarity is its own kind of love. But someone else was on that bus, quiet, observing. A man most would overlook in plain clothes. To the untrained eye, just another passenger. But beneath the calm demeanor and civilian garb was a soldier, a sentinel carrying the weight of a nation, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. He didn't speak much. He watched. Every child's laugh, every goat's bleat, every whisper of wind through cracked windows told him something. To others, the ride was routine. To him, every vibration of the engine, every flicker of smoke, was a clue. As they rolled through the countryside, past baobab trees and sun-scorched fields, Burkina Faso revealed herself in the rhythm of the road. Mothers adjusting head wraps, children giggling, Fatima soaking in the journey through sound and scent. Life breathed through that bus. But then it changed. The engine stuttered. The hum of the road broke rhythm. Fatima's senses, sharper than eyes, caught it first. The subtle shift beneath her feet. The tension in the air. "Is everything all right?" she asked a young mother across the aisle. "I think so, grandmother," came the reply. But Ibrahim had already stiffened. The scent hit him. A sharp metallic burn. Not oil, not dust. Something worse. Something wrong. Still the journey continued, as if fate was holding its breath. They reached a trading post, a dusty checkpoint where passengers could stretch, buy cola nuts, fufu, and bottled water. Most disembarked. Fatima stayed behind. Crowds were harder to navigate. Her world was already a blur. Ibrahim stayed too, eyes fixed on the driver who circled the bus. Then it began. First a thread of smoke barely visible, then a puff, a curl, then panic. "Smoke!" Ibrahim's voice cut the quiet like a blade. The driver bolted. The fire, hungry and hidden beneath the floorboards, flared with fury. Fatima smelled it first. Burning wires, melting rubber, the taste of ash in her mouth. "Something's wrong," she whispered, trembling. The cry came from outside. "Fire! Everyone off now!" People surged to the exits, screaming, scrambling. The bus was turning into a tomb. The young mother fled with her infant. Two elders stumbled toward the aisle. But Fatima, she couldn't find the door. "Help me," she called out, steady despite the storm. "I can't see where to go." Ibrahim moved without hesitation. While others ran for life, he ran toward danger. He found her fumbling near her seat, lost in a fog of smoke. Her hands were shaking but dignified. "I'm here," he said, calm, resolute. "Take my arm." She clung to him, and together they fought through fire. But it wasn't just the smoke. It was the weight of history, of decisions made in seconds that echo for lifetimes. The flames moved fast, faster than anyone thought possible. Modern bus fires are cruel. Engines ignite, seats become torches, air becomes poison. The exits vanished in black smoke. Outside, passengers screamed. The young mother held her child, weeping. The blind woman, she's still inside. Ibrahim had to act. He changed course, dragging Fatima toward a window. It was small, high, a last chance. "Hold on," he told her. "I'll lift you up. They'll catch you outside." "But what about you?" "I'll be right behind you," he lied gently, praying to the ancestors. He smashed the glass with his elbow, once, twice. On the third blow, it shattered. Outside, the crowd saw the break. A few brave men rushed to the window. "She's coming through!" someone yelled. Ibrahim lifted Fatima. Her frame was frail, but her spirit was iron. "What's your name?" she asked amid the inferno. "Ibrahim," he said, "Ibrahim Traoré." They pulled her through. Hands caught her like wings. But the fire lashed back, spitting flames from the broken window. No one expected anyone else to make it. "He's still in there," Fatima cried. "He saved me." Then, from the front door, a figure emerged. Blackened, gasping, burning, alive. Ibrahim stumbled into the open air, collapsed, coughing. Eyes red with smoke but locked on Fatima. She ran to him. Yes, ran, guided only by the sound of his breath, and placed her hands on his face. "You came back," she whispered, sobbing. "You came back." And with that, a silence fell. Not emptiness, but awe. Even the fire seemed to bow. The young mother handed Ibrahim water. "Are you hurt?" she asked. "I'm all right," he rasped. "We made it out." Fatima never let go of his shoulders. Her fingers traced his face like they were reading Braille. "You don't know what you've done," she said softly. He shook his head. "I did what anyone would have done." She smiled, the kind of smile that carries centuries. "No, my son. Anyone would have saved themselves. You saved me." She paused. "I lost my sight 20 years ago, in a fire, just like this. My husband tried to save me. He didn't make it. I lived, but I lost more than vision. I lost faith." Her voice trembled but never broke. "Today you gave it back." The crowd was hushed, tears streaming down faces both young and old. It wasn't just a rescue, it was a redemption. She reached into her bag, pulled out the package meant for her daughter. "I was on my final journey," she said. "I came to say goodbye. But now, I see that God had another plan. He sent you not just to pull me from the fire, but from the grief I've carried for 20 years. She pressed the gift into Ibrahim's hand. "Take this, not for you, but to remember that sometimes we are placed in the fire not to burn, but to become light." "I can't take this," he protested. "My daughter will understand," she said. "She knows her mother's heart, and today that heart has been healed." She stood, proud, steady, a phoenix in a head wrap. "I have one more journey to make, but I make it with peace because now I know heroes still walk among us." As the ambulance sirens wailed in the distance, Fatima turned to leave, but her final words will echo forever. "Thank you for showing me that love isn't about dying, it's about living, and ensuring goodness survives." She walked toward another bus, one not burning but waiting. The wind carried her away, her stick tapping rhythmically like a drumbeat of hope. Ibrahim stood still, the small gift cradled in his hand. He had no medals, no cameras. But everyone there knew. They had witnessed something sacred. A burnt bus, a blind woman, a soldier with a name. Ibrahim Traoré. And from that day forward, they didn't just call him a captain. They called him something more. Protector, brother, son of the soil. Thank you to all our subscribers, Super Thanks supporters, and members of Chronicle Traoré. You are the heartbeat behind this movement. Your presence means more than views. Your belief empowers truth. If this story touched you, share it, amplify it, and stand with us in telling the untold. Because sometimes the revolution doesn't come with a gun. Sometimes it comes with a breath, a choice, a name. Ibrahim Traoré.